Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brooke Logan believes that the only true love of her life could come back to her any day. Still, Ridge Forrester isn't near conciliation and Taylor Hayes knows it. Brooke is frequently used to being in a position of power and love. Specifically representing Ridge, she knows that their love still exists. But she also sees the timepiece ticking. The longer Ridge remains with Taylor, the more likely their relationship deepens. That doesn't mean Ridge will marry Taylor or indeed be with her for times. Still, Brooke knows that time piecemeal weakens her pull. Brooke's mistake was accepting the chief executive officer's job without talking to Ridge first. She wasn't grabbing power but rather conniving to Forrester's comeback. Ridge chose to believe that Brooke betrayed him. He was wrong, and his ongoing addresses with her confirm that Kay's character realizes Brooke is telling the verity. Still, FC is still in Carter's hands, and he blames Hope Logan for it. That assessment is off base, because the LLC scheme was Carter's communicate, and Hope had no power to help him execute that move. In the history, Taylor would be unsettled. But whatever accessible precariousness she's had are no more. Taylor recognizes Ridge's particular growth and believes he's made a final break from Brooke because of the FC treason. But Taylor may be setting herself up for heartache, formerly more. The test will come whenever the Forresters either recapture control or have it handed back to them. Carter's continuity to make effects right should ultimately lead to him relinquishing control or coming to an arrangement that allows the Logans to hold on to some power. Still, also the bone of contention with Brooke will dissipate if the below happens and it's seen as ineluctable. Taylor should hope to be married to Ridge before also. That would inescapably mean he'd stay with her. Still, a conciliation through to an factual remarriage would make it much harder for Ridge to break snappily. Ridge does love Taylor, and he's not exaggerating those passions when he tells her that he sees her as his renewed love. The family they partake is real and will always bind them. But Brooke is incontestably Ridge's more profound love. Their 8 marriages, which can no way be stated enough, prove their connection is more complex and, thus, further grueling to break from permanently. Taylor knows that Ridge has cut Brooke off and wants to believe he's gained enough strength to be wisecracked into a reunion. Taylor's gambling her heart, which, as the followership knows, could be broken again once the FC drama is resolved. Ridge Forrester seems to follow Steffi Forrester's demands like he believes the world will deteriorate if her doesn't. Is Ridge hysterical of Steffi, does he just blindly follow her amusement as if he doesn't have a mind of his own? Ridge raised Hope Logan just as he raised Steffi. Still, Ridge seems that he has to follow Steffi's orders and make Hope out to be the bad family now count what she does. Brooke, on the other hand, has no way really been treated like Ridge's son, indeed if she did call him Pater. At one time, Ridge didn't want Hope to see Deacon Sharp at each when he came back to city. Ridge went as far as to order Hope to stay down from Deacon. Still, Hope wasn't giving up a chance to be with her father and get to know him. Hope didn't watch what Ridge has done, she wanted her Pater. The one she hasn't been around for decades. Ridge still holds cleric against Brooke and Hope. Ridge didn't want Brooke around Deacon when he came back. Ridge was furious over the crapulous kiss that Brooke participated with Deacon, indeed though she was tricked into drinking and times latterly, Ridge is still using it against both of them. Unfortunately, Steffi uses this every chance she gets. Steffi uses Brooke's job right now to keep an argument going between Ridge and Brooke so her parents can be together. It seems that every time Steffi starts whining about not playing matchmaker and pushes Ridge and Taylor Hayes together, that's exactly what she does. Brooke helped raise her just as Ridge did Hope. Still, Steffi has no respect for Brooke at all. Ridge Forrester truly seems hysterical of Steffi Forrester at this point. By now, every time Steffi starts to whine, Ridge jumps to do what she says. It's like Steffi is going to pass if she doesn't get her way and get Mammy and Daddy back together again. Why does this work every time on Ridge? Is Ridge so used to waffling that he just cannot stop, or is he hysterical of what Steffi might do if he doesn't hear? Maybe is it time that Brooke simply wake up and smell the coffee? Ridge has no way put her first and no way will. Ridge has to have some reason to break Brooke's heart every time they're together. Maybe rather of soliciting Ridge to come back, Brooke needs to cut her losses and leave Ridge with Taylor. How long will it take for him to run after Brooke if she were to cut communication off from him? Finn put Poppy in her place, Liam whined about his life, and Bill reminded Luna that she's a lucky little lady. Finn was at the office, mentally preparing himself to ruin his woman's evening, when Poppy stormed in, ready to maintain her case one last time. But Finn was in the mood for her capers. Before she could get a word in, he hit her with a stunner. He was discovering the verity that night, no matter what. Poppy, ever the manipulator, refocused out that he still hadn't done it yet, suggesting his subconscious was screaming at him to shut up and let this one slide. Finn was regaled. He made it abundantly clear that Poppy had been wrong also, was awry now, and would presumably be wrong for the foreseeable future. When that failed, Poppy tried another angle. Luna mysteriously dissolved from the captivity system. Was that a sign to keep effects quiet? Finn didn't buy it. Sure, he knew telling the verity would shatter his entire life and conceivably his marriage, but secrets? Secrets were indeed worse. He was a man of principle, and if that principle happened to nuke his relationship, so be it. With that, he shoved once Poppy and marched home, determined to break Steffi's heart in real time. Meanwhile, over at the Cliff House, Liam and Steffi were playing nice while sorting out the Urko parenting schedule. It was all sun and rainbows until Liam started disburning his particular problems. He disregarded about nearly losing Steffi thanks to Luna and also segued into his current sad boy period. Bill had pulled back from work, his love life was a barren wasteland, and, to eclipse it off, the only person who flashed back his birthday was Wyatt the Injustice. But sweat not, because Steffi, being the squeeze she is, saved the day. Before Liam left, she presented him with a single, solitary cookie with a candle. A cookie candle. A birthday phenomenon. He made a want, and with that, he was out the door. Over at Casa de Confinement, Luna and Bill were melting in the summer heat, bound together by an ankle examiner and collective remorse. To pass the time, they played a game that substantially comported of Bill reminding Luna that house arrest was a whole lot better than factual captivity. Gray stuffings, right? Luna, still reeling from the life-altering disaster she had caused, expressed her endless gratefulness for Bill swooping in and saving her from a jumpsuit and a jail cell. Whether she actually learned her assignment remained to be seen. Back at the Cliff House, Steffi was in a great mood, dancing around and completely ignorant that her world was about to buckle. Finn walked in, kissed his woman, and incontinently started sweating pellets. Telling Steffi the verity was easy in proposition, but actually doing it? That was an entirely different beast. Hope and Brooke are drooling in a Forrester side office. Brooke tells her son she can't help if she doesn't tell her what's wrong. Hope says she's simply tired of losing. Indeed, when she and Carter win, it still feels like they're losing. Brooke doesn't know what Hope anticipated. Hope thinks everyone at the jewelry launch has felt bullied by Steffi at one time or another. She notes Steffi would indeed hear to Ivy and Electra's original pitch, and there's the canceling of hope for the future. She wonders how numerous times they're supposed to accept being called whimpers and sluts. Brooke admits Ridge and Steffi have made numerous bad choices, but she still doesn't suppose they're just warranted stealing their company. Hope stands firm, saying she believes the power structure switch is stylish for Forrester creations. Brooke wonders what's going on with Carter. They both won moment and should be celebrating. Hope agrees, but says Carter is presently beating himself up because he feels shamefaced.